Hello from C2C Festival here in Berlin. Today I am joined by Jackson Dean. Thank you for making the time to talk to us today.
Absolutely.
So I've heard you had a bit of a stressful day today. How are you now that you're here?
It's, we're here. No, it's been a long couple of days.
Yeah.
A lot, very, very long way to go in transit, but we're alive. We're still kicking. It's going to be a fantastic show tonight. I'm ready to get after it.
Perfect. So what can fans expect from your show today?
It's going to be loud. It's going to be very loud.
That's good.
No, it's a very dynamic show. The set is very dynamic, and it has ups and it has downs. And tonight's a 60. We've been out since January 11th doing our headline tour across the U.S. and this will be the shortest set we've played in like 2 months. So it'll feel nice on our end. But no, we're gonna get up there and rip. This is my boys' first time to Germany altogether. My bass player has a cousin that lives here. Barry's an awesome guy, crazy guy. Absolutely love him. But anyway, it's their first time. We've been gearing up for this we're about to be out for 30 days. Well, at least I am. They're going back for about a week and a half in the middle. But we've been getting really excited about this run, and just you get to fulfill dreams of, we've all had those dreams as kids. Me and my man are playing over here and just playing all over the world, and now it's happening, and it's just like getting dreams come true. But no, tonight will be full tilt.
We're pretty excited for that one. And now you've already mentioned that it's like a dream come true for you. So would like to take it back a little bit to the beginning of your career. So is it true that your dad actually encouraged you to learn some songs on the guitar?
Oh yeah, he loved it. I literally would not be here without him. He was my biggest supporter, still is. There was a lot of days we load the PAA in the back of the pickup truck and go. We were independent till I signed a record deal when I was 20. So all up until that, I've been doing this since I was about 14. Maybe not all the accessories, but I was as tall as I am now. I had a beard then, and I hit puberty in the 4th grade. But no, I literally would not be here without him. Music in our family is very influential. It's always on every job that we're on. It's just it's a very big part of our lives, and especially geography-wise, of where we are. You have New York's right there. The South is right below you. There's a really awesome folk scene in Baltimore, and there's a great country scene in Southern Maryland. And with Baltimore, D.C., Annapolis, and all that, you get a very interesting mix of tunage. So that horizon that you look across of all those genres is very vast. But it's something that we're not just me, but my whole family is very passionate about, and it's just, very passionate about it.
How would you say did that whole variety that you just mentioned have an influence on your own sound, and how would you describe your own sound right now? So
it's traditional country program, structured wise. In terms of vibe and grooving, I mean, some of my favorites were. Okay, let's back up. In terms of groove and sound and whatnot, and what you want to give to it, there has to be something absolutely singular about it, what you bring to it, There's a lot of blues influences in this, and there's a lot of soul influences in this, and there's a lot, as you can tell, there's a lot of country influence in this, but it's so many different things have to come together to make people like us and people who are across the street right now getting ready to go play, you know. And that goes from everywhere to Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and Audio Slave and Soundgarden and all that, and Rage and to Waylon and Willie and all that stuff, and Howlin' Wolf and Light and Hopkins, and I could go on and on, you know. But all of those vibes come together, and you know, I'm not trying to write songs like to be like, oh, I want to write songs like that. Like I want to be that guy. I want to make something absolutely singular, you know, and still be in the ballpark. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's a hard line to walk, but I'd say we're doing all right.
I think you are. You've mentioned doing something absolutely singular, and when we're talking about your career, we obviously have to talk about that video of you where you sang the national anthem in your football gear. Yeah. So you did make the national anthem absolutely singular, I feel. When you look back at that video now, how does that feel for you?
There was a long time where I didn't want to talk about it. There was a long time it was the only thing people knew me about. And when that video was taken, me and the boys were already playing shows and whatnot, and I had already had 2 records out that I had done, and it was a very proud moment for me and everybody that was connected to me. And it wasn't meant to go and do what it did. I just wanted a solid take of it, and just to mark it, you know, just to have it. And I did it the year before. It just didn't do anything. Nobody did anything with it. But same setup and same situation. But this video is just better. And you know, we went out and whooped them after that. My God, no mercy, no mercy. But yeah, there was a long time I didn't want to talk about it. But looking back now, like, it was such a huge stepping stone for us, and such a moment of pride for me, you know. And I took the anthem and put 3 chords behind it, and that's it, you know, and just figure it out, you know. And the anthem is such a hard song to sing, because if you start in the wrong spot, you're gonna end up on the back end way out of your depth, you know. So I was timid to do it without a mic, or to do it without a guitar, than just a mic and sing it. And that's why I put the 3 chords behind it. Obviously, years after that, I'm just like, oh, drop your lyrics and start at the bottom and work your way up, you know. But yeah, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget the feeling of. I had gone to school with the boy that led him through the banner, that brought him running through, and I had gone to school with him since like 3rd grade. And wicked smart kid. He played left tackle. And I said, Colin, just bring him as soon as I hit Brave. And he said, I got you. And that was it. And it just flawless. But I'll never forget it.
That's so cool. Yeah, I was actually not sure if I should ask that question, because I was thinking, oh my God, maybe he doesn't want to hear anything about it anymore. But
no, there was a time, and it's past. I don't mind talking about it anymore. It's good, you know. It was me. I did it, you know.
Yeah, you did, and I mean, as you've said, it's probably been some kind of stepping stone for you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's cool. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about a little bit about the music you are making nowadays. I mean, your song "Don't Come Lookin'" has passed over 50 million streams on Spotify. Yeah, how does that feel for you? And can you tell us a little bit about what's the story behind the song?
So "Don't Come Lookin'" is our biggest song. It was also the first song that I had written with my producer, Luke Dick, just the 2 of us. The first one we ever wrote was with me, him, and Stephen Wilson Jr., who's here tonight, and playing. The first one ever. It was great. It was called Slow Dancing in the Sky, and just a little ditty, you know. Anyway, but it was DCL was the first one that me and Luke wrote that we were like, okay, that sounds awesome, and this makes total sense for me, you know. But that was my title, and it didn't I didn't even know I had the title until about an hour in of us listening to the 3 chords and the stomp over and over and over, trying to bang around in our brains trying to find something. And all of a sudden, I was just thinking about, I think my mother had texted me in the middle. I was over at his house, and I think she had texted me and said, if I don't come back, don't come looking. But the story behind that is I grew up on the edge of a floodplain, and I would run in there in the woods as boys do, and spend quite a bit of time in there. And every time I'd leave, she'd say, stay alive, don't die. No matter what occurs, I'll find you. You know, it's a bit from Last of the Mohicans that we do. We're big movie quoters and whatnot. But somewhere around 10, 11 years old, I just started rolling my eyes and going, Mom, if I don't come back, just don't come looking for me. I'll be fine. I won't die. It's just me. There'll be a lot more death before I die, you know. But it was this smart aleck thing between me and my mother that was just like our thing, you know, and not like a bad way. I've told this story and people have been like, oh my god, we didn't do our research, and I'm like, no, it's all good, you know. I love my mother to death, but now that was the first number one, she just loves it. She loves it. It was because of her, you know. But yeah, I've seen people absolutely lose their minds to that. I've seen bloodshed to that. Like, is so fun. It's so fun to make people feel things. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So is that, with that whole background story, actually one of your favorite songs to perform live also?
It is. It is, because I'll drop out for the tag, and when everybody out front takes it, it's just magic. It's just magic. And we're loud. We're very loud. We're a very loud band. And when you can hear them over us, that means they're at the top of their lungs, you know, which is what you want. So yeah, it's up there with the favorites.
Pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, we're looking forward to your show. Pretty excited for that one, and thank you for talking to us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.